Don't break. Stop doing things, Jen. Stop it. Hey V-Vets, I'm back, and today I'm really excited to open the package that is to my right. But before I do, I'm going to apologize in advance if I say anything wrong about it, because one, not only do I not know how to pronounce the name, but two, I am not this type of fancy doll collector. I am more of a Barbie, LOL, cute, Jen can afford these items doll collector, not the doll collector who would get something like this. Inside this box we have a Pullip doll. It's either Pullip or Pullip. I doubt it's that one, but regardless, it is a very expensive doll that I would not typically purchase on my own. So when I got an email asking if I'd like to check one of these out, truth be told, I said I really don't think I can, because I didn't know how to do it justice. I'm not in this doll world, and I wouldn't know anything about what is good or bad quality other than what I can physically see and touch. And I didn't feel comfortable saying yes when I went to their website and saw how expensive they were, because I think the cheapest doll was about 160 US before shipping, and that was on sale. So I kind of said no at first, but then, I mean, I'm ad-libbing here, but basically they're like, no, we want you to see it, because to be honest, I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's because since I don't know much about this, I'm not exactly gonna fib and be like, okay, this doll is great because they're my favorite brand. I know nothing about these dolls, so I think maybe that's the perspective they're going for. After they said, no, we're sending it to you regardless, please choose what you want, I decided I couldn't. So I said, okay, if you insist, then just surprise me. So I have slid open the package so that it's easy to open, but other than that, I don't know what they've sent me, so this is gonna be a very honest first review of a product that I have never seen, touched, or even heard of. That was a lot of talking, I'm sorry, but I needed you to have that disclaimer. Whoa, wait. There's more. I was actually sent this doll by Pullip.net, which is listed by Groove, the makers of the doll, as an official reseller. And before giving you guys that information, we wanted to check out the site to make sure everything was on the level. While we were there, we found some things that were a little uncomfortable, especially from a shopper's point of view, so we decided we should probably tell you. First is that the website does not use HTTPS, which means that the data between you and the site could be intercepted by other people. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, I'm just saying it's a possibility. If you'd like to learn about why this is important, we'll leave a link for you in the description for more info. And the second thing is that the site's review section has all the names and IP addresses, just imagine that that's these, listed plainly for everyone to see. This is not common and might lead to some privacy issues, which we were not super fans of. We emailed the company just to let them know that we planned on mentioning this to you guys, and we haven't heard back from them yet, so now that that's out of the way, let's get back to the doll. Inside we have bubble wrap. Oh, these are so cute. This one says, "My dear Pullip," and it's a plastic file so we can hold stuff. It's too pretty to hold regular paper, and it's so cute. This is what their dolls look like. The second one is a light purple, and it's got another doll on it, and she is absolutely gorgeous. And the last one is so pretty. Oh my gosh, she reminds me of Glenda the Good Witch, even though she looks nothing like Glenda the Good Witch. She's kind of harder to see because it's a very reflective white and light pink plastic. Those are really beautiful. Oh, dropping stuff. We have some stickers, and although they're pretty dark, I have a feeling that if I were to hold them up for you, you couldn't see them very well. The next three gifts are like sticky note pads, but I don't think they're actually sticky. And once again, they have their dolls all over them. They're really, really cute. Next, I've got a little flyer or a little magazine, and it shows some of their dolls inside. So I wonder if the one that I got is in here. I'm not sure how I would know until I see the doll, so I might have to wait. The package is nicely wrapped, and I might need scissors. Oh my gosh. The box is covered in like cards and hearts and spades and time clocks. Yes, I just said that. Stopwatches, chairs, hats, and has reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. I'm feeling like it's meant to be a queen of hearts. Dear customer, read carefully this notice. Keep the doll away from fire. Good idea. This item contains small and sharp pieces. In order to avoid any accident or injury, we strongly advise to handle them carefully. Do not allow children to manipulate them. It's not suitable for children under the age of 3. This product is a decorative item, so please do not treat it roughly. Do not leave in a damp or extremely warm place, since this could damage the product's finishing, and it might have some scratches on it due to production, basically. There's a very fancy holographic gold seal to prove that it's a real authentic Pullip doll, and it says this is the Pullip Optical Alice series. Wait, does it say her name on it? No. Before I open this, I'm just gonna try to find out what the doll's name is for you. It looks like we have the Pullip Optical Queen, and she is currently listed at $178 US, and this is before any shipping or handling or processing fees. And in Canadian dollars, that's $234, once again, before any shipping or extra fees that you might have for processing or whatnot. This is quite the expensive doll, and with that price tag should come an excellent quality. So despite the fact that I don't want to open this box, we are of course going to have to, because that is why we're here. And this is the most expensive doll I've ever had. I'm nervous. I don't want to ruin the box. It's beautiful. Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. Why is it stuck? Okay, I got it. Oh, there's stuff inside the box. The first thing I get are some instructions on how to build a stand for the doll, as well as how to lock to close the eyelids. Push the button and hang the convexity. The eyelids keep closing. Okay, so the translation's a little wonky, but basically we can lock her eyes into position, I'm assuming, which I've never done on a doll before. Coming out, she's coming out. I thought it would smell like fabric starch or hairspray or something, like to hold the shape of the clothing. I don't know why I was expecting that, but I was. She is absolutely stunning. Her body is a really pale, powdery white complexion, and she's got glossy lips, beautiful gray eyes, which are kind of see-through, and light blushing on her cheeks, as well as very light makeup around the eyes. We will definitely go in closer for a better look, but I wanted you to know that before I go ahead and open it. So there is an awful lot of ties and stuff holding this doll in, obviously, so she looked perfect upon receiving her, which means I have a lot to open. So I'll see you in a few. And now we'll build our stand, but first I'll show it to you. It's black with really pretty fancy filigree and such on top, and a transparent grayish black bottom. The bar is also sort of transparent, although it's hard to tell because it's thicker and all together. And then there's metal bars at the top, which will hold on to our doll. Next we have our shoes, and they are really, really cute. They're black with a red diamond embellishment on the front, one strap around the ankle, and a thick pump heel. They don't smell funky, but they do feel very gummy and gluey, although they aren't. They're just like a grippy, sticky feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but that's what we have. Here is my doll, and she is absolutely gorgeous. I could show her to you like this, but it will be very difficult to show off everything. So instead, I'm going to undress her and we will check her out a piece at a time. Before I do that, I'm going to quickly check to see if any hair is coming off. No hair is shedding. Is that even a thing? Her hair is so soft. I thought for sure that it would be shedding, but it's not. So I've gone ahead and removed all the clothing as well as the cute little choker so we can check out her body and what it's like in terms of articulation and movement. So we've got a very large head with a pale complexion, as well as a matching body, which is quite thin and a very thin, cheap quality plastic. However, also not cheap at the same time. I don't know how to explain it, but basically it's quite hollow and thin. We have movement at the shoulders, elbows, and wrists, but also directional or spinny movement at the mid-arm level. So it's hard to see, but we could like turn her arm kind of like a screwdriver. And we also have a bit of wiggle room in the chest torso region because it's not connected. When it comes to the hips, we can go out, up, down, all around, and out for some really good movement, and then we can bend at the knee as well as the feet. I will mention, however, that the majority of the joints are plastic hinges, and the left foot here is already quite loose, so the more you pose it, I feel as though it will become looser over time, so I would suggest being very, very careful. Before we move on to the clothes, I will let you know that she comes with very long red hair, which is nicely braided in the back and secured with a black ribbon. And the front has long bangs with two very large hives or cones of braided hair in the same color. And now we'll remove the plastic in order to see what the rooting is like, but I'm gonna be very, very careful. So it's hard to see, but from what I can tell, she has a fabric cap with the tracks of hair glued and stitched to them. And then this is attached to her plastic head. And then back here is the stuff for her eyes. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what I just did to them, so let's see. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Check it out, check it out. Uh-huh. She's like one of those cat clocks. and then you could lock it in place. Wow, that's so cool. All right, now that we're staring at her face, let's check it out. As mentioned, she has a very pale snow white complexion. She's got black eyebrows and very light makeup around her eyes in the form of a dusty pink color. Looking at it from this view, it kind of reminds me of the Animator Studio Disney stuff. I'm not finding any defects or anything like that. She's got a lot of thick mascara and eyeliner, real lashes, so they are 3D and stick off, even though it's hard to tell, a very fine, delicate, pointy nose, and some glossy pink lips. Very, very nice. She even has nails. Kind of reminds me of the LOMG, but these aren't painted. I might paint them so that they match her outfit. She's a really, really nice quality, and those eyes are crazy. I'm just kind of surprised that her body isn't more substantial, even though I didn't really describe it very well. We'll try out the skirt first. It's really long and patterned in a black and white tile print. Inside looks like it's stitched together better than the clothes I buy myself, and it opens at the back with black Velcro attached to felt. And on the front there's a little metal snap, which is what connects the top piece to the bottom. This is really nice. Once again, I'm surprised that it doesn't have a smell, because I figured it would be starchy and have a chemical smell, which it doesn't. She also came wearing red and white striped stockings, which definitely remind me of a candy cane. They're really nicely stitched and really form-fitting, which is surprising. And they have a very thin elastic band for the waist, which helped it to stay on her body. See how easy it is to redress her. Wait, maybe if I put both feet in, that would be good. Now I'll try on the shoes, put her skirt back on. Next we have her top, which is sort of like a court jester, but like cooler. So it's made up of a red corset with black and gold ribbon, a bow in the front with a golden skeleton key. We have that same tiled black and white pattern in ruffles with black lace underneath, long dangling gold chain, and some red beads. And then we have some long black and white striped sleeves with gold ribbon and candy cane red and white striping at the wrist, as well as some large puffy tiled sleeves with some slits in them to see red underneath, and we'll cap that off with a red bow. Now, although they look attached, they technically aren't. They're just held on with one piece of thread, and in real life, they would be separate from the corset entirely. Everything about the front is stitched together really well, and everything inside is so overly stitched together. They do not want this falling apart, and I can appreciate that. And then just in the center, I can see the little silver snap, which is going to attach to my skirt so that it looks like it's one cohesive piece. This corset is held together with that same really nice Velcro, and I didn't point it out before, but there are little tags inside the clothing that say Pullip on it, so you know you have a Pullip brand item. And now we can get her dressed. Because the sleeves are so small, it's pushing out the elastic band, but I was able to stick it back in. There we go. She looks so beautiful. Oh, I don't want to scratch her face. I'm gonna flip that over and reattach it at the back. And gently flip her again. The last thing we have, I don't even know what to call this, but basically it's a black fabric with red polka dots and red ribbon running along the insides. And each side of these weird curtainy flaps has two black and white striped bows. And then running along the entire thing at the tops is a black ribbon, so we'll be able to attach that to our doll. The fabric even continues on the inside, and everything once again looks to be stitched together really nicely. So to attach this to our doll, we're going to lift up her little frills and ruffles and chains, and then put this across the front of her belly, and then attach the little metal snap, lift up her arms, put her weird saddle things back down, carefully turn her over, and I'm gonna use her hair to protect her face, and then we'll tie up the ribbon. And I'm gonna tuck it back under the lace so that it's kind of hidden. So now she is completely dressed again. She looks fabulous and beautiful. Now we have to reattach her choker, which is just a black ribbon with a golden heart on the front, and it will attach with a little piece of Velcro, giving us a black bow on the back. Once again, I'll just protect her face as I do it. It's a very loose choker, probably so it hangs down further, but it kind of just keeps spinning. And the Velcro does not hold very well. The last thing we need to check out is this, dropping it, really cute little queen hat, okay? The underside has that black and white striped bow, and the top of the crown is basically a pillow with 6 alternating patches, and they are a maroony red with a black and white tile, and they have golden ribbon going down the center of each one with a little white pearl at the seams. On top, we have a golden cross, which is upside down, as well as a black ribbon, and it's got a little golden metal charm on top, which is painted red with a diamond in the center. And underneath the crown, we have a little metal comb, so it will stick right in her hair. All right, I'm sorry for that weird angle. I'm working on some new stuff here, but that was our very thorough quality check of my new Pullip doll. Now I'm going to test out the doll stand because we've got her shoes on and everything. I wonder, does this go up and down? It sure does. All right. figuring it holds her around the neck because I don't see them wanting to squash her beautiful appearance. So I'm gonna try that. And yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I might be wrong. Okay, the stand is a little, oh my gosh. Please don't drop your beautiful doll. The stand is a little finicky. I feel as though it could be a bit better. Now it just looks like I'm choking her. Am I doing this wrong? Does it go around her waist? Am I an idiot? Hold on, we'll try that. Maybe it goes around her waist. Maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. Guys, if you're watching this, because you are, go back in the past and message me in advance on how to do this. I've never had one of these before. Around her waist looks nicer, but now it shows. That's not it. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can tuck it under her. Don't break. Stop doing things, Jen. Stop it. Okay, I'm gonna try to tuck it under her first layer because then you can't see it, which is exciting. But then it's like that, which is not exciting. So that's not it. How do you do it? I don't know. I don't know. Why don't I know how to use a doll stand? You know what? I'll be back. You guys don't need to see me being a fool. Okay, so here's where I'm at. If I put it around her neck, she holds up, but then you see it around her neck. And while that might not be a problem, I don't want it to look like she's chained up or something. But that's where I got it for now, and she's not falling, and I'm scared to break the doll and or the stand. So please leave a comment down below on how to correctly use this type of doll stand, because I've never used one like this before, and I'm feeling kind of foolish. So I'm just gonna leave that as it is until you guys help me figure out this predicament. As for the Pullip doll itself, I'm actually really excited by this. Not only is she absolutely beautiful and the quality is insanely great, but she makes me happy. The only thing that I'm not a fan of was the feel of her shoes, but that's a me thing and not this thing, or maybe it's a you thing, who knows, as well as, of course, the doll stand. Now, to be fair, this was sent to me for free, so naturally you would assume that I'd be happy anyways. However, even when things are sent to me for free, if I find flaws in them or I don't think they're great, I do share that information because I feel like it's important to let everybody know that things that are given to you can still be terrible. That being said, this isn't terrible, but you know what I forgot to do? Add her crown. And this could be bad because I might knock her off her stand. Oh my god, she's falling. Good enough. No, don't fall, don't fall. Yeah, I'm gonna call that a win. How stunning is she? Anywho, back to this. Overall, the quality of this is fantastic. If I was a millionaire and liked spending money on expensive dolls that I can't play with, I would probably buy more of these because I quickly went through their website and dang it, those dolls are gorgeous. But the mom and frugal person in me that used to be broke and never had anything says, Jen, there's a lot more that you can buy in life and you shouldn't spend it on these dolls, even if you want to. I will say that they are worth the craftsmanship that went into them, and I didn't see a single flaw on these clothes. In fact, they are probably the best doll clothes I've ever come across in my life. And if you are interested in purchasing and collecting really expensive, very fine quality dolls, then this would be something I would recommend. However, I personally feel that maybe the plastic could be better, but dang it if it's not a great doll. And the fact that her eyes move is not only cool, but also freaky. That is the end of the Pullip doll, and I feel like I'm sharing the stage with her. If you know somebody who loves fancy collectible dolls and you think that they'd enjoy checking out this honest review, then please share this video with them. Let me just move her out of the way. She's taking up all the attention. And if you enjoyed it yourself, then please make sure you remember to comment, like, and subscribe. You can let me know down below what you liked or didn't like about the doll. If you think you could ever spend this kind of money, because remember, this was one of the cheaper dolls at 178 US, and they had ones that were above 200, so it's crazy. Also, hey, I know there's a lot of questions here. If you've ever found one at a discounted price, share what that price is, because I'd be excited to see what a discount off of way too expensive is. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Now I gotta figure out how to fix that box so she can go back on display.